When actors step into the world of biopics, they often prepare themselves for intense emotional labor, demanding physicality, and scenes that push them to the limits of their comfort zones. But even in Hollywood's most carefully supervised environments, authenticity can sometimes deliver an unexpected punch, literally. That's exactly what happened on the set of the 1993 musical drama What's Love Got to Do with It, when one of the film's stars recalled a stunt moment with Laurence Fishburne that went spectacularly off the rails. The film, which chronicles Tina Turner's rise to superstardom and her harrowing relationship with Ike Turner, required some of the most emotionally violent scenes ever portrayed in a music biopic. Angela Bassett and Laurence Fishburne delivered powerhouse performances, so convincing, in fact, that both earned Academy Award nominations. But behind the scenes, one intense moment left a lasting impression on another cast member, who has now decided to open up about the shocking incident that still echoes in his memory. He slapped the living S out of me, the moment no one expected. The star, who appeared in one of the film's pivotal domestic violence sequences, recently sat down for an interview reflecting on the emotional weight of filming What's Love Got to Do with It. While he praised Bassett and Fishburne for their professionalism and dedication to truthfully portraying such difficult subject matter, he didn't shy away from recalling the moment a stunt pushed the envelope a little too far. According to the actor, his character was involved in a heated confrontation with Fishburne's Ike Turner. The scene called for a slap, one meant to be carefully choreographed, camera-angled, and safe. But emotions were high, the energy was raw, and somewhere in the adrenaline-charged space of the moment, Fishburne's hand connected. Hard. He slapped the living S out of me, the actor said with a laugh, though the memory still carried the sting of surprise. It wasn't supposed to happen like that. I'm talking full contact, stars, ringing in my ears, everything. Laurence immediately apologized, but man, I felt it. The cost of realism in intense biographical storytelling. The actor emphasized that he held no ill will toward Fishburne. In fact, he explained that scenes like these are exactly what made the film resonate so deeply with audiences. The rawness, the unfiltered emotion, the palpable discomfort, the violence between Ike and Tina wasn't merely dramatization, it was a haunting reflection of reality. Laurence was so fully locked into Ike's mindset that sometimes you could feel the temperature shift in the room, he explained. He wasn't being abusive, he was being the character. And that's what great actors do. They commit. They live in that space so the audience can feel the truth. Still, he couldn't deny that the accidental slap became a moment of real-life pain in service of on-screen authenticity. It wasn't staged. It wasn't planned. But looking back, that slap ended up adding this eerie sense of realism to the moment. I couldn't even fake my reaction, the shock on my face in the final take. 100% real. Laurence Fishburne's intensity, a force of nature on set. Fishburne has long been known for his immersive acting style, the kind that transforms scenes into emotional battlegrounds. From Boys and the Hood to The Matrix, he's a performer who doesn't just deliver lines, he inhabits entire worlds. Crew members from What's Love Got to Do with It have previously spoken about the heavy atmosphere on set, especially during the filming of domestic confrontation scenes. Everyone was aware that they were handling delicate material rooted in real human suffering. And Fishburne, carrying the responsibility of portraying one of the most infamous figures in music history, approached his work with laser-focused precision. But that precision sometimes collided with unpredictable human instincts. Laurence is incredibly controlled, the star recalled. But in that particular moment, it was like our characters took the reins. The slap wasn't Laurence hitting me, it was Ike hitting someone. And when cut was called, Laurence immediately snapped out of it and made sure I was okay. Angela Bassett's presence added even more power to the scene. He also mentioned that Angela Bassett, who embodied Tina Turner with both fiery strength and heartbreaking vulnerability, was a grounding force on set. Despite the heavy emotional nature of the story, Bassett brought compassion and focus to every interaction, making sure castmates felt safe even when scenes reached disturbing heights. Angela had this incredible way of balancing grace and power, he said. Even on the toughest days, she kept the room steady. Filming those abuse scenes wasn't easy for anyone, especially for her, but she gave everything she had. Watching her and Laurence work was like witnessing two storms collide. Behind the scenes pain leads to on-screen brilliance. While the actor joked about the slap today, he acknowledged that the moment symbolized something deeper about filmmaking, particularly when telling stories of trauma. You can rehearse, choreograph, and prepare mentally, but once the cameras roll, the truth takes over, he said. And that truth sometimes hits harder than you expect, literally. He also reflected on the strange relationship actors form with physically intense scenes. It's weird, but sometimes the accidents are the moments that stay with you the longest, because they remind you that you're dealing with real emotions, raw fear, real pain. That authenticity is why people still talk about this movie 30 years later. The legacy of What's Love Got to Do with It? The 1993 film remains one of Hollywood's most acclaimed biographical dramas, with Bassett's performance still hailed as one of the greatest portrayals of a music legend ever brought to screen. The film not only shed light on Tina Turner's resilience but also confronted the harsh reality of domestic violence with an unflinching gaze. For the star who endured Fishburne's unexpected slap, the experience was ultimately a badge of honor. "Would I take that slap again? Absolutely," he said. The movie mattered. Tina's story mattered. And if one little stunt mishap helped make even one moment feel more real to viewers, then it was worth it. A story fans will never forget. 3 decades later, stories from the set continue to emerge, each one shedding new light on the intensity and passion that went into bringing Tina Turner's life to the big screen. This latest revelation, equal parts shocking and humorous, is yet another reminder that great filmmaking often comes with bruises, both emotional and physical. But for the actor involved, it's also a memory he shares now with pride, gratitude, and a whole lot of laughter. "Hey," he said with a grin, "not many people can say Laurence Fishburne slapped the living s out of them and lived to tell the tale."